Hello there, Scorpio. I'm Michele, and I'm going to get you going on a spring equinox reading. We're going to look at the months of April, May, and June. We're going to pull a card for each of those months and see what to keep in mind during that time. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Remember that what the energies that come up in here, they're not set in stone. That's just what to look out for. So you definitely have control over the outcome of the cards that come up. Okay, you can do something about it. You can use that energy to improve the quality of your own life. Everything that happens can be used to your advantage, believe it or not. Okay, you're not a victim. I just felt like I needed to say that, Scorpio. Okay, make sure and subscribe if you are not already subscribed already, because I post readings on a weekly basis, monthly, and I do readings on purpose, prosperity, and love. Yeah, make sure that you're in the loop for those things. Let's start with April for you, Scorpio. Here's a card. We got the star, but it came up in reverse. So if you've been in a period for a while where you felt like you've been hanging on to something that's been trying to get away from you. You've been hanging on to something that you should have been releasing. And you're healing. Your spiritual, emotional, and physical healing is tied to the release of this thing that you've been hanging on to. And it's been like a struggle, like a war, hanging on. I need to hold on to this because it's who I am. But then that's why it came up in reverse. But when you allow it to just go, you allow yourself not to be concerned about what other people think of you in the process of the loss of that thing, you find out that it really wasn't such a big deal, and you're like, why was I even worried about that in the first place? But what I'm saying is, in this transitional time, April is going to be all about your peace, your healing. Wow, I had no idea that I could feel this good. I'm so grateful. Like the stress, the anxiety that I feel like in the background of this card, it's behind these mountains. This woman went through a long journey, and like this, there's so much hardship on the other side of these mountains. And as she comes into this area, she's like, oh, this feels so good. I know I'm going to need to leave this peaceful valley eventually, but right now I'm just fully enjoying the peace and tranquility of just doing things on my own for a little while. It feels so good. Looking at May, satisfaction, hooray, came up upright. Satisfaction on your own. Both of these cards, I feel like I need to point out, both of these cards are about solitary healing and gratitude, not particularly being concerned with being in connection with someone else. Being happy, doing your own thing, feeling emotionally satisfied. Let's look at June for you, Scorpio. Nine of Pentacles. Once again, it's about the satisfaction and the creation of your own thing. So, I feel an overall energy of releasing, healing, satisfaction and gratitude with what you have, collaboration with other people, but it feels like you're in the position of being like the manager of it. You don't feel like you have to do everything yourself. It's more like you delegate responsibilities. That's what this Nine of Pentacles lady is all about. She's all about delegating responsibilities and knowing that she doesn't have to do everything all alone. If we're going to be connecting that Nine of Pentacles lady with the star, if we're going to be connecting these two together, I'm feeling like these ladies, what was it? Where was the tangent that I was at? That those two ladies being together, it's like, oh, that's right. What I was saying before was that it's like releasing the ego of thinking that you have to do everything yourself. That the whole burden of what it is that you're working on is not all about you. You were supposed to share it all along. You realize that, and you're like, I didn't realize how much easier my life could be if my ego wasn't so tied to doing everything on my own. that asking for help or delegating responsibility is so much easier than doing it myself. And I used to think, I'm speaking for you, Scorpio, thank you. It's like, I used to think that I could only be happy if I could control everything myself. But now I can't imagine what it would be like to do everything myself. It's so much nicer to be able to get help from others. So thank goodness. Thank goodness. I'm satisfied. So let's get a good look at the energies here. I'll show you the 3 cards I pulled. Here are your energies for the spring. There you go. There you are. I like this. Healed. Feeling good with your resources. Being grateful. Being smug. I love it. Great alignment. I've gotten some good vibes off of these readings so far. Good spring coming up. Love you, Scorpio. See you later.